let's start this build. First things first, according to the manual, we are supposed to glue the wings together. So in order to do that, you're going to need some glue, and the kit does not come with glue. So what I use on foam for the most part is usefull, which is a very good contact glue. Makes for a very strong glue joint. So I'm going to do that now. The wing spar goes through here. I'm going to have some glue on that one as well. And when you're going to glue stuff together, it's always handy to have some masking tape handy if you want to hold the pieces together and stuff like that. So let's get started on the gluing. Now that the glue has dried up a little bit, we can join the wing halves. And just remove this. Now that the glue has dried up a little bit, we can join the halves. And being contact glue, you have to be a little bit careful. Make sure you join them correct. And we have one wing. And if you want to get really fancy, you can mix up a batch of epoxy and apply some masking tape on a wing. And we're gonna epoxy the rod in place. Totally not necessary, but I like to do it that way anyway. So you just mix up a batch of epoxy, apply some tape, and just to seal up the just a nice little touch. Doesn't add much weight to the wings, and it makes it really a lot more stiff. So it's just one of those things that I like to do. Having glued on the wings now with epoxy, everything is together, holds together really well. I'm gonna mix up another batch of glue and glue on the tail fins and the motor mount as well. Here I have the it's actually a new motor. It's a Racer Star BR2205. It's 22,600 kV, and this is a Racer Star 30 amp speed controller. All I want to do now is just want to glue up everything that needs to be glued, and so I'll do that, and we'll come back and review for the rest of the install. Alright, so let's do a quick recap of the installation so far. Most of the components are in place now, and let's go through what I've done since last time. First of all, I've installed the video transmitter on the canopy, and installed the antenna as well. This is the 200 milliwatt FX799T. good video transmitter. So I'm quite happy with those. It's easy to set a channel with the push button. And this one has power lead out for power, and this one goes to the camera. Camera is not here yet. I'm still waiting on the camera. Should be here in a couple of days. And the camera will be mounted, of course, here in the front area as well. I might have to take off some foam here on the front of the canopy as well. We'll see when the camera gets here. So that's the video transmitter. For the installation itself, since this is a speed controller without a BEC, I had to add a separate BEC to provide 5 volts for the receiver stabilizer unit. And this is just a simple 5 volt adjustable BEC that I've set to 5.7 volts. And from the BEC and the power leads, I have power for the VTX, 5 volt out for the receiver, and then the servos comes out here, and the throttle lead, of course. And the antenna wires are just hot glued down 90 degrees to each other, and that's about it so far. Nice clean install with the stabilizer unit, and the servos have been installed as well, just hot glued in place in case I want to remove them if they have a failure or something. What's important to note here is that you want to keep the linkages as square as possible to the control horn. That way you will have equal throw up and down. So just this link here to make sure that the servo horn here is 90 degrees to the surface here. Also, I'm going to add some small piece of fuel tubing here to lock this link in place as well. Okay guys, so finally the my camera decided to show up. Took, I don't know, maybe 1.5 months to order it. I don't know why it took so long. Usually it takes around 10 days from China, but this time it took a really long time. So what I've done to finish it up is mount it up in the front, and I've just cut out a little bit on the front here, just a little bit, and then just glued it in with some usefull or just some glue. And the usefull, which is a contact glue, is really good. And that's the glue that I use to glue this one as well, so it's a really nice glue. This wire here is for the OSD setup. You just bring your menu button thingy with you to the field and just adjust the OSD to that particular conditions when you're flying. And this camera also has a voltage sensor OSD in the camera itself, which is nice. That's part of the reason why I bought it, actually, so you can see your flight battery voltage when you're flying in your goggles. So this just has a wire that I just solder up to the plus wire on the battery back here. And that's it really. So you have wires coming from the VTX, video and power, 5 volt, that goes to the camera, and then the voltage sensor for the battery voltage going back to the BEC back here where you have the battery connected as well. So that's it. This wing is now completed. I have flown it, if you watched the other video, and I'm just waiting for a little bit better weather right now, because it's snowing and not very pleasant to fly. So once the weather clears up, I'll get some flights in and hopefully some DVR footage as well. So if you like this kind of videos, please subscribe and click the like button. Thanks, and until next time.